All right, what is happening? We're doing a run through of the self-inflating mattress, Outback 201. So why would you want one of these in your tent? I'll go through that first. Now, about a year ago, we put one of these in our personal tents. We were trying to just get a little bit more comfort out of the standard high density foam mattress before the memory foam. And what we found was it was incredibly comfortable. It goes all the way up to 100 mil and sucks down to 30 mil. So if you have a slimline tent especially, this works really well because it means instead of the 75 mil mattress, when you vacuum it down, which we'll run through soon, you can go all the way down to 30 mil. So even in the slimmer tents, you can get a heap more bedding. So like I'm talking the big canvas sleeping bags that we got, the big -12 poly ones, and even in the standard 1.4 on my personal car, I could get a couple pillows in there. And that's just not happening in with the normal foam mattress, not without jumping on the roof or doing anything crazy. Like you get it in there nicely, it all latches up and it's sweet. So this self-inflated mattress, it is a full replacement. You're not putting it on top of your existing mattress. It is like take the other mattress out and then put this one in. So you can buy it straight off the bat. You'll still get your foam mattress when you order a tent. But what I would suggest is just go and use because we've got memory foam mattresses these days as well, so they're pretty comfy. So I would go out, just use your memory foam mattress and see if you do want it, because like personally, I think it's the best thing we've ever bloody made. Like it's so good. I'll never be going back. Side sleeping, hip sleeping, if you're about like 90 odd kilos, and you do start to feel your arm and your hip in the morning. So like with one of these, you flat out just don't feel it, and I think it's awesome. But yeah, go out, try your mattress first and see if you really want it. But yeah, really cool product. So when you get the self-inflating mattress, it's in a bag like that, all rolled up, and then from there we will open it up, and you're going to put it into the tent. So you can use, so this is a separate product. You can use if you've got like a Makita or a Milwaukee whatever Ryobi blower, you can use one of those instead of the pump, or you can order this separately, our pump. So personally in my car, I always bring the blower with me, so I just use my Milwaukee blower, and you put it at the valve on the nozzle on the inlet. On the inlet, and then it becomes a vacuum. So you can use it the other way around. But for this video, I'll just show you our pump and you'll get the idea. So with the pump, it's this guy here, open him up, comes in a nice little bag. So like it is a self-inflating mattress, but you do need a pump or like a blower to vacuum it down. So we have a separate pump to the mattress, because if you ever want to charge this thing, you can just, it comes with a cable. So you literally just keep this in the car and then charge it as you're driving. You don't want to have a mattress where the pump's built into it, because you imagine every time you want to charge your bloody mattress, you've got to open your tent up, grab the battery out. It's a proper pain in the ass. Now, you can't store a lithium battery in the tent either, because it gets really hot. So if you have a mattress where it's all built in, you got to pull that battery out every time. You're going to shut the tent down, forget it's in there. It's a proper annoying. So having a separate pump is the way to go. And these guys absolutely rip. They come with a few different attachments. The one we'll be mainly talking about is this little screw-in one. But it also comes with one here if you've got like tubes or other bits and pieces. If you've got do water sports, whatever, pump tubes up, and other brand air beds. But essentially the one we're going to use is this one. So this is your outlet, this is your inlet, so vacuum and air out, and that goes on just like that. So I'll show you that in a second. If you forget any of that, in the instructions here, it does tell you everything, and it's got a few safety instructions on charging and the capacity of it and everything like that. So have a little bit of a read through that. Okay, so the pump here, I'll show you these valves too. This one's already inflated obviously, but I will deflate it. It's got a 360 valve in here, so that one was already overinflated a bit. But this thing essentially rotates around, and it's got inflate and deflate mode. When you are inflating it without the pump, you just put both of them on halfway, and then it will let air in all the way. If it's the first time you've ever used it, it's going to be super compressed, so you might want to use the pump the first time, or a blower or something, just to really open it up, and then the next time it'll just literally set itself up. So I'll deflate it first so we can have a look at that. I'll show you how this pump works, but while we're there, look how thick that thing is. So it still actually has foam in it as well. So there's a little bit of foam in there, but this thing's It's probably like even over 100 mil. Like it's pretty bloody big. I'll get this pump that I just threw on the ground accidentally. On the back of it, there's a little, tells you how to work it, but this is essentially just a little safety thing so we don't press the button when it's in the case. You take that off and you got your button on the back, like that. That's where you charge it. So this here, I've just got, so this is how this little plug thing works. It either goes on that, like that, or it goes inside, like that. And then this screws in to the mattress. So make sure we're on deflate mode because we're going to deflate it, and then I'll show you it inflating. So put it in like that, and then we just turn it on, and then we'll speed this up so we're not here all day, but it is very quick. All right, so that was probably a minute. If I was doing it, I'd probably just go a little bit longer if it was in like the slimmer tent, but in this big tent, like it's sweet. It obviously vacs the whole way down. And the only thing from there is I'd normally just like straighten it out a bit, but it's not going to be super critical if you don't. But like this thing's pretty much down at like 30 mils, so you can see you just get like ridiculous amount of bedding in there, which is awesome. And from there, when you do set it back up, like I was saying before, you just want both of these open, and then put them both on halfway, and then yeah, it'll literally inflate itself. So yes, there's a pump, but look, the whole thing's pretty much inflated in like 10 seconds. There's a few internet heroes that are like, oh, it comes with a pump, mustn't self-inflate. Well, there you go, fellas. Just inflated it without a pump. So the reason we have the pump is to just give it a bit of a top up. You can sleep with it how it is right now if you want, but I personally just like to put a little bit more in it. So what I'll do is put this guy here on inflate and screw the pump back in. Like that. I'll just give it just a little bit. Literally a little top up. And from there, my little trick is I'll get in the tent. You can do this as well. And if that's got a little bit much in it, I'll just sort of get your partner in here. So you got two people, so you know it changes the more weight on it, obviously. And then I'll just sort of sit here, pull the sheet back, and then just sort of just set it to where it feels good. And then keep it on inflate, and then lock that guy off. And that's it. That's pretty much how you set it up. And then chuck that guy back on charge, but it'll last a fair while anyway, so you don't have to be too critical about it. And that's pretty much it. Oh, I'll show you one little trick actually. If your pump ever dies, this is pretty cool. So say you're out and your pump dies and you can't pump it up. There's a little trick you can do with these bags. Or if you leave your pump at home and you're like, man, I just really want to get a little bit more inside the mattress. So close the bag that it comes with, and then this guy here, it's got a little valve on it. And you put this in here, like that. That pushes in, like that. It'll stay there. And then you use the bag, and you literally just roll it up like this. And that'll force more air into it, like that. So that'll actually force air into the mattress. That's literally what the bag's designed to do. This one's already pretty full, but there's still air going into it. But it's just got a little valve on it. So even if you throw all the bag and throw everything away, just keep that rolled up in the back, because if you ever lose your pump or whatnot, then yeah, you got that. You can add extra air in it, and if you ever wanted to, you didn't have something to deflate it, you literally just put it on deflate and then roll it up, and then it'll be fully deflated. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, separate pump, so we're not having to pull in and out, And if you imagine your pump's connected to your bed and then your pump fails, we can just post you a new one and take you, we'll get it there in 2 business days. Whereas if your bloody mattress has a, the pump dies and it was a whole new mattress, it's a proper pain. You get stuck out and you're on a big trip and you can't replace it. It's a lot easier to post one of these. So that's why I've done that. They're fancy, but yeah, all in all, mattresses are really cool. One of our favorite products, work well with the sleeping bags. And yeah, if you've got any questions, as always, reach out and we'll help you out. Cheers.